Hello? How did you get in here? Did Reginald let you in, the old relic? Oh, yes. You're a novice cinephile, here to elevate your knowledge of film. Well, in that case, post haste. We've got a lot to cover. Hello, friends. We all know the old philosophical saying, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one around to hear it, does it make a sound? In a similar vein, if art exists in isolation, with no one to experience or respond to it, does it truly hold value? If a book sits on a shelf unread, does it have any meaning? If a film is made and there is no one to critique it, is it worth watching? As a critic, I am, in a way, a high priest of the cinematic temple, chosen to bear the burden of discernment. I brave the wilderness of mediocrity and emerge bearing truths that the masses might otherwise overlook. Mine is a path of sacrifice, a solemn calling, one that requires the courage to suffer for the sake of art, to face misunderstanding, even scorn, all in the pursuit of a higher aesthetic truth. Without me, art would languish in obscurity, its message untransmitted, its meaning woefully unrealized. In the end, it is not simply the art itself that endures, but the discourse it ignites. The layers peeled back, the interpretations debated, the perspectives shifted. To critique is not merely to watch, it is to consecrate, to preserve, and to ennoble. Without criticism, art is a tree falling in the forest, heard by no one, lost to silence. In an era where film criticism has been reduced to arbitrary stars and vague numerical scores, the Pompous Critic presents a far superior alternative. The cinematic connoisseur's compendium of aesthetic judgments, CCCAJ. Unlike the pedestrian simplicity of a 5-star system, or the crude subjectivity of a mere number out of 10, the CCCAJ score employs a rigorous, multifaceted evaluation, dissecting films across 7 meticulously curated categories. This ensures that no aspect of cinematic artistry, be it vision, performance, screenwriting, cinematography, sound design, cultural impact, or pacing, is overlooked. The result? A truly refined, intellectually robust rating system that elevates film critique to the level of high art. Anything less is simply beneath us. The first of the 7 categories is cinematic vision, worth up to 20 points. We're looking for artistic audacity and singular vision, aesthetic exactitude and compositional majesty. The second category, performances, is worth up to 15 points. Here we're looking for emotional verisimilitude, character metamorphosis and embodiment, casting as divine ordainment. Then we have screenwriting, worth up to 15 points. Narrative architecture and temporal precision, dialogue as literary elegance. Next is cinematography, worth up to 15 points. Here we're looking for visual grandeur and compositional supremacy, light and shadow as narrative poetry. Now, pacing and editing, also worth 15 points. What we're looking for in this category is temporal orchestration and rhythmic eminence, narrative velocity, and immersive momentum. The next category, score and sound design, one of my personal favorites, looking really for oral opulence and sonic transcendence, sound design as immersive alchemy. Now, the final of the 7 categories is cultural significance. This is worth up to 10 points. We're looking for perpetual residence and civilizational imprint, legacy as an immutable pillar of influence. And voila, the grand verdict. Cinema is not a monolithic art. It is an intricate fusion of sight, sound, performance, and intent. A delicate alchemy where triumph is found in equilibrium. As you can see, illustrated here, the final score is the definitive summation of this analysis. It is a reflection of how well the film harnesses its individual parts to achieve a unified and compelling work of art. The film's place in the hierarchy of artistry, a judgment rendered with neither mercy nor undue reverence, but with the unflinching rigor that true critique demands. Join me on this journey of cinematic enlightenment. I am the Pompous Critic, because someone has to be.